spending today at the Vatican and we're going to be talking about focal lengths. Let's go. Hope's over there. So first, let's talk about what focal length is. So this is a definition I got online. It's what comes up when you Google what is focal length. The distance between the center of a lens or a curved mirror and its focus. Yeah, so that's what focal length is. See you tomorrow. I'm kidding. Anyway, so my definition is basically how zoomed in or how wide the angle of the photo is. So usually focal lengths are expressed in millimeters. So the camera that I'm using right now, the lens is on 10 millimeters, so it's very wide. So the smaller the number, the wider it is. A very zoomed in or telephoto lens would be around 70 millimeters, 135 millimeters, 200 meters, and some even 600 millimeters. So that's super zoomed in. So some of the most popular focal lengths include 24 millimeters, 35 millimeters, 50 millimeters, and 85 millimeters. So they're so popular that some lenses are just specifically dedicated to that focal length only, and it doesn't zoom in or zoom out at all. And those are called prime lenses. On the other hand, lenses that have a variable focal length are called zoom lenses because they're able to zoom in and zoom out. So what are wide and what are telephoto focal lengths? So wide is basically that. Just, it's wide. You can see a lot more. The angle of view is a lot bigger and includes a lot more things that are right in front of you. Meanwhile, on the other end of the spectrum, telephoto focal lengths are the ones that are super zoomed in and only get a specific thing of what you see. Usually these are used for when you're a lot further or you have to keep a distance from the subject. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going to the Vatican and I'm going to show you guys the difference of a 50mm lens, which is considered medium telephoto, and a 10mm lens, the one I'm filming on right now. And I'm going to show you guys how focal length affects the perspective of your images. So let's go. So you can see from the photos that on the 10mm you could see all the way up to the ceiling, but on the 50mm it's kind of more zoomed in and you could just see the pillars, and that's where the difference between 10 and 50mm lies. So basically the 10mm is a lot wider than the 50mm. So the 50mm has more reach, then the 10mm has more wideness. Yo, definitely this is by far the hottest day that we have been on this trip. Even 9 years ago, the hottest day of our trip was when we went to the Vatican. What do you think, AJ?
Shield me!
This is the thing from Angels and Demons. Remember?
Looks like... No, I don't remember.
Alright, so I don't think we're gonna be going inside anymore because the line is just way too long and this day is way too hot, so check out the line. It's from over there to all the way over there. Yeah, so basically it just spans the entire circumference of St. Peter's Square. Let's not do that to ourselves. I mean, this is really nice already. So now we're done with this, and it's super hot, so let's get some gelato. Change of plans, we are at Museo Vaticani. The line wasn't so long anymore when we walked past, so might as well check it out and then we'll get gelato. Done going around the Vatican. We went and heard Mass inside St. Peter's Basilica, which was really cool. It was quite grand. And now, finally, we're getting gelato. That's about it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little study on focal lengths. Today is actually my last day here in Rome. It's been amazing. I definitely will be coming back here in the future. I love the city. It is just beautiful. But tomorrow we're gonna be setting out and we're heading to Tuscany. So it's gonna be a different experience. I'm stoked. See you guys tomorrow. Or how wide. Yeah, that's the thing about Rome. There's always like an ambulance in the distance.